Saturday was the third No Kings protest, and it was huge. Just look at the crowd we got here in New York. Oh, that's the TSA line at JFK.
This weekend offered stark images articulating our nation's deep political divide.
New York's actual No Kings march was huge, as were the marches in Chicago, in San Diego, Atlanta, Philly, and in Boston, Massachusetts. Look at Boston. Saturday was the largest single-day protest ever held in the United States since the first Earth Day back in 1970. Yeah. It wasn't only in America. Trump is so unpopular, there were even No Kings rallies across Europe, including this large No Kings march in London. A No Kings march in London must have been awkward. One of the biggest U.S. showings was in the Twin Cities. After being terrorized by Trump's immigration goons for months, over 200,000 people stood up to the administration in St. Paul, Minneapolis, and the crowd heard from Joan Baez, Maggie Rogers, Bruce Springsteen, and Senator Bernie Sanders, who I hope,
while a slightly smaller group of, let's call them heritage Americans, took to the Reagan Meeting Room 1A on the second floor for their Yes Kings rally. But clearly, the vibes this year were slightly off.
How many of you would like to see impeachment hearings? No. That was the wrong answer.
That's a rookie crowd work mistake, Slap. See, they cheered for Trump's impeachment, not realizing that you were calling for the counter. But that's on you. Crowds are like dogs. They react to tone. You can get them excited about anything. Who wants to go to the vet? Who wants to get their balls cut off? Yes, you do.
There were protest signs, and they were just great. They came from Minnesota, and we said, oh, no, you don't. Does this ass make my country look small? No faux king way. The Third Reich, and Jimmy Kimmel has higher ratings than you. I like that one. I knew it.
Our First Lady, Melania Trump, hosted the second day of her global summit titled Fostering the Future Together. She made quite an entrance.
Humanoid robot Figure 3 made its debut at the White House on Wednesday.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Wally.
One of those robots is Melania, okay?
Wow. I don't know if he's been eating better, but Donald Trump looks great.
The other is Figure 3, which is a humanoid that can complete simple household chores like doing laundry, loading the dishwasher, and it can teach your children.
And by the way, I like how Melania is flexing on that robot with her walk. Like, she's got a whole runway walk going while that robot is just doing the Biden shuffle.
And in the corner there of the screen is the French First Lady, Brigitte Macron, who picked a weird day to visit. No.
Look at this video. She's walking out with that robot like they just got married.
She's kind of suspicious walking alongside this robot. As it approaches the First Lady of France, Melania stops.
Melania let the robot approach the table and take a seat so they could... Wait, robot, where are you going? Robot, come back. Don't go in that room. All our secrets are in that room.
And then, Sacre Bleu. He is overtly enjoying it. It must be a rush to go from lowly weekend cable news anchor to dropping giant bombs. And you can see Pete is fired up.
The president has made it clear that you will not have a nuclear weapon. The War Department agrees. And so we're keeping our hand on that throttle as long as hard as is necessary to ensure the interests of the United States of America are achieved.
Yeah, I don't think that's how you meant to say that. Trump's thinking to himself, uh-oh, they're going to use that clip on Seth Meyers tonight.
It's the moment the Cialis kicked in.
And so we're keeping our hand on that throttle as long as hard as is necessary.
He looks like a nerd in an 80s movie when a lady's towel falls off.
It's unclear what, if any, actual conversations are happening with Iran, but one thing we do know is they won't be happening with Jared Kushner, a.k.a. Sheldon Cooper's evil twin. The Iranians have a nickname for Jared. They call him the Sorrowful Broomstick, which sounds better in Farsi, but they want J.D. Vance to be the point person on talks, which is funny. I mean, this is the first time anyone has ever wanted to talk to J.D. Vance. Even his wife, Usha, was like, are you sure they said J.D.?
A bombshell report claims former Homeland Security Chief Kristi Noem's husband was keeping a big secret.
I can't believe the lady banging her employee on a plane is the less messy one in their marriage.
4 weeks ago, Kristi Noem faced blistering questions during a House oversight hearing as her husband sat right behind her.
Have you had sexual relations with Corey Lewandowski? I am shocked that we're going down and peddling tabloid garbage in this committee today.
It's so jaw-dropping, Noem herself is speaking out, saying she is devastated.
Former Homeland Security Chief Kristi Noem is said to be stunned by a report that her husband may be leading a cross-dressing double life.
According to the Daily Mail, Noem's 56-year-old husband, Brian, is a secret cross-dresser who wears gigantic fake boobs.
He wanted to dress up like them and put even fake breasts under his shirt.
Using balloons, it looked like.
It looks like balloons under the shirt.
While he chats online with fetish models who have gigantic breasts.
You can clearly see it's him, so it'd be pretty tough to deny.
It would be tough to deny, and he didn't deny it.
But you know what? You live your truth, Brian. Oh, she can dress up and you can't? That. You know what? If she had an affair, you have a free pass. I support you and your beautiful lazy-eyed balloon nipples. No, truly, I have never felt more seen. You know what they say, sometimes they're sisters, not twins.
Everybody's talking about this. Just a few hours ago, we learned that President Trump fired Attorney General Pam Bondi. That feels pretty good. Yeah.
When Trump realized he fired the woman with access to all the Epstein files, he was like, oh, crap. Pam, you're not fired, you're redacted.
Now, in tribute to Pam Bondi, I offer this heartfelt farewell.
Yep, Trump's on a bit of a firing spree. First Kristi Noem, then Pam Bondi. Ironically, the only staffer who has immunity is RFK Jr. How weird? Think about it.
Trump made the announcement on social media. We love Pam, and she'll be transitioning to a much-needed and important new job in the private sector. No, folks, it's great. It's a much-needed job at a very important farm upstate. There'll be lots of room for her to run around.
Apparently, Trump was also upset that Bondi didn't go after his enemies. Bondi was like, so you want me to arrest NATO, Bruce Springsteen, and the ice cream machine at McDonald's? He's like, it never works.
Now let's go to the strip mall and get you a new attorney general, buddy. Come on. She'll be fine. Yeah. She's gonna be fine. Meanwhile, join us, won't you? Last night, on behalf of all mankind, America's Artemis II lunar mission successfully launched into outer space.
They have successfully completed the critical engine burn that will now propel the capsule on its journey, heading to the moon.
RS-25 engines lit. 4, 3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon.
The only way that countdown could have been better is if it was presented by a drunk Anderson and Andy.
For the first time since 1972, during Apollo 17, human beings have left Earth orbit.
Passengers on a nearby commercial flight were able to capture this view of the launch from the airplane. That's cool.
The crew leave Earth orbit and head for the moon.
With this burn to the moon, we do not leave Earth. We choose it.
One space fan, I believe, captured the true spirit of the moment.
Why do you want to be here? Why do you love space? Why do you love being a part of history?
We're going back to the moon, that's why.
Yeah!
It will take about 4 days to fly to the moon. They'll fly around its far side, the side we never see from Earth. Then they'll head home, eventually splashing down in the Pacific Ocean. For now, they're already mesmerised by what they can see.
And we are getting just a beautiful view of the dark side of the Earth right now, lit by the moon. Phenomenal.
Let's begin with the Supreme Court. Today they took on a historic case to decide whether every child born in the United States is automatically an American citizen. It's a very tricky question because on the one hand, it's been enshrined in the Constitution for 125 years, but on the other hand, Donald Trump doesn't like it. So, scales of justice. Trump is taking this case very personally.
Today's hearings were a little spicier than normal.
President Trump has become the first sitting president to attend oral arguments.
Well, that makes sense. Trump heard they'd be doing oral and was like, I'm in.
At the Supreme Court.
That is just mob boss level intimidation. I wonder how the justices prepared for that.
We drank beer.
The Supreme Court knew he was coming. We actually have footage of Chief Justice Roberts waking up this morning. There you go. The horse is fine.
Or maybe he was just hoping to influence the justices. He's doing this thing with John Roberts or this thing to Clarence Thomas.
The justices did not buy any of his administration's arguments. So, midway through the morning, a humiliated Trump stormed out of the catastrophic SCOTUS hearings.
He probably thought a Supreme Court argument was going to be like this.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
When actually it was more like this.
Is the application of that general rule limited only to the situations that they had in mind, or do we say they adopted a general rule, they meant for that to apply to later applications that might come up?
Okay, there is no way Donald Trump was still awake at that point. Isn't this the guy who fell asleep at his own criminal trial? Now,
well, that was awkward. All 9 of them wore the same black muumuu. The worst production of Sister Act I've ever seen. Whoopi was terrible. Whoopi was absolutely awful.